Moving on to mission 12, the virtual reality artist. This model is near the right end of the field, near the right home, and more toward the middle of the mat. So it's directly east of the light show model from the previous mission. The setup for this model is actually pretty straightforward. We just want to make sure that the chicken on the model is turned as illustrated, so that it is facing away from the lavender dot and is aligned in that zone. And you can see that there's a small gap between it and the gray stop. So that's all it takes to set this mission up. We'll switch to the field view and see where that is. So here is the model. You can see the chicken, and this is easiest to view from above, where you can see that the lavender dot is right over here. The chicken now is at an angle. We just want to turn it so that it's pointing immediately from this view to the left. So when you do, you should see that there is a gap between the chicken and this gray stop, and we do see that there, and it is looking off in the correct direction. So that's the setup for this model. Again, not a whole lot to worry about there. So in talking about how we score the mission, we're going to go to mission 12, the virtual reality artist. And all we have to do to score this mission is for the chicken to be moved from its starting position. So if that chicken moves, that's 10 points. That's all you need to do. If you move it enough where it's either on or past the lavender dot, then you get another 20 points. So this mission could be worth up to 30 points just for moving the chicken. So looking at the model again, the easiest way to make it move is just to hit this lever. So if you push it in this way toward the chicken, every time you push it, the model will move the chicken a little bit. So it may take a few tries, a few turns at the wheel, but eventually the chicken will spin enough to get that lavender dot either over it or out of the way. So it's very easy to get some points for this. Like the 10 points is very easy because one hit and the chicken is actually moved from its starting position. So all you have to do, one turn, it's moved. That's all you have to do. To get it over the lavender dot requires several more going in this fashion. So that's something to be worried about if you're going with that approach. But it's important to understand how the model works. This lever is actually moving this piece to hit this yellow piece. So really, if you can get this yellow piece to turn, that can be a much faster way to get the chicken to move. So that's another way to consider. But this yellow piece moving is really just turning this gear that's tan colored. So if you can spin that, you can get the chicken to move. So both of these are much faster than trying to use the lever, but the lever might be easier. So it's very important that you spend time to understand how the models are working, because just because a part of the model is obvious to use doesn't mean it's the fastest way or the most efficient way. And that can be the difference between scoring 10 points on this mission or spending a lot of time to get the extra 20 points to score a full 30 points. But those are the ways you will score the virtual reality artist, and that is mission 12.